There's this exact same chair. What?
Now we spend a few minutes at this door on the right because this was the way we used to get in. And at some point, somebody closed it, and I think they bolted it shut. We can't open it for the life of us. So.
Keep the light down. Keep them down. Hold the door. Keep your lights down. Dim, dim, dim. Dim it up. Good. You're doing what I told you. I can't find that flashlight. The flashlight. It's not like the flashlight. This flashlight. Quiet. What's wrong? Quiet. What's wrong? Grab the door. Did anyone else hear that? Yeah, all these doors were not open when I was here last night. Somebody did the devious link version.
What are you talking about? What is this?
What next is? Keep your lights down.
So, as I was reviewing the thermal video, I realized that when I peek inside of this room right here, I capture something on thermal that is completely anomalous. And as a matter of fact, I notice it in the moment, and I start to turn away, but I come back to it. And then when I see it again, I say, oh, well, that must be my reflection again. But it's absolutely not. So before I get into this capture, I wanted to show you and give you an example. On the left side, you'll see the thermal footage shows a light switch. And on the right side, the full spectrum footage shows a railing or a banister. The reason for that is simple. Even though these two cameras are shooting the same thing at the same time, the thermal is mounted about 8 inches above and 4 inches to the right of the lens of the full spectrum camera. And it's going to give you a slightly different perspective of the same objects. Now, I want to touch on that before anyone called into question the legitimacy of the capture or my honesty. So as I mentioned, as I peek inside this room, I see something anomalous. This heat signature that you're about to see, take a look at it. Notice its stature. I'm going to freeze right here. Now, look how small it is. And that's what caught my eye. But as I turn away, I come back to it. Now suddenly it's full size. And in the moment, I thought, oh, well, that's my heat signature. But it's not. And I'm going to show you why. So I've slowed this clip down so that we can have a better look at this thing. Look at this little tiny heat signature. Now in the moment I saw that, you're going to notice this thing slowly morphs into more of a human shape.
When I came back to it, what I saw was this right here. And at a glance, I assumed it was my own heat reflection, and whatever I thought I saw earlier was just a mistake. Now you're going to watch this thing slowly turn to face me. Look at its stubby arms and its weird proportions. This thing was not me or anyone in my group. I can guarantee you that. And the next thing you're going to notice is as I close this door, I turn the camera away from the door down towards the end of the hall, and you can see very clearly my heat reflection in the window at the end of the hall.
Okay, so one last brief point to make about this. If you look at this figure, you can see its heat reflecting in the floor. Now, if this was my heat reflection, you would not see a reflection of my heat reflection in the floor.
Did you hear that?
I just heard that. Dude,
Wait, that wasn't the door.
stop.
Did you hear that?
I just heard that. Dude,
Wait, that wasn't the door.
stop.
Keep this one open. Did you hear that?
Oh. Did you hear that?
I just heard that.
Wait, that wasn't the door.
Stop recording.
The
Recording. Wait, I thought that was just scratching his nails on the door.
No.
You serious? Sure it wasn't me tripping over the fire hose? No, that wasn't.
No, I heard that.
Yeah, I heard it.
Listen to me.
It stopped recording. Wait,
Listen
you guys
to
are recording, right?
Listen, I have that voice on EVP like 3 different times up here. That'd be pretty simple. I heard you. Can you say that again? We all heard you. Can you say it again? Where's your EMF?
Was that you?
Where did it come from? Anybody know?
Like,
Down there to the right.
as soon as you turn around, it looked at me. It came at me. I heard.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
I
No, it's like
heard more like scoffing. The dog's not in your room. The dog's not in your room, Mommy.
So it's at this point that we all hear doors closing and even some footsteps downstairs. And I don't get it because I have 4 cameras running and none of them pick up the audio from this. But anyway, when we hear this, it's time to get the hell out because the last thing I want to do is run into somebody in one of these abandoned places with my family with me. Because as far as I'm concerned, the most dangerous thing you're going to encounter in one of these abandoned places is another person with bad intention.
Stairs. This way.
So at this point, we decided it's a good time to put some space between us and whoever might be in the building with us. So we're kind of making a mad dash for the exit. And, you know, I figured I'd speed the video up. I did double time here.
No, that was that's fully. I heard the trees. I mean, I guess I could have. I don't know. You want to stay?
No, that was a person. That was more than one person.
I mean, I heard the door.
I heard keys.
Oh, see, I didn't know. I've got the key on my pepper spray.
I mean, I guess it could have been. I don't know. Do you want to stay?
I kind of want to stay. I'm yeah, fine. I don't know. I would say I want to stay. I can't feel my toes. Jeez.
I'm fine.
No, that was a person. So I did a freeze frame right here because I wanted to show you that even though the perspective seems a little off between the thermal and the full spectrum camera, this figure that we caught inside this room appears to be a child, and it's hiding behind this column right here. Now, it's ironic that the figure appears childlike because we catch this EVP that is almost certainly a child's voice at exactly the same time that this figure pops out from behind this column.
Oh no.
Do you want to stay?
I kind of want to stay. I'm yeah, fine. I don't know. I would say I want to stay.
Stay?
I kind of want to stay. I'm yeah, fine. I don't know. I would say I want to stay.
The little girls who can camp out with parents. This is not familiar. This is not familiar to me.
Jim.
No. Did you just hear that? Outside? Like a wolf. Quiet. What is that? Back up. Back up.